Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So I've got Bitcoin up here on the daily, guys. Bitcoin trading right now at about $58,000 per BTC. We can see over the last few days, Bitcoin has seen a significant recovery. And when I put the Bitcoin chart here on the hourly and throw Fibonacci on there, you guys can see right now we're retracing back to the 0.618. So buyers' interest in Bitcoin has regained some momentum. We are seeing a little bit of resistance at the 0.618. We just got to see where that goes. And in terms of XRP, this is XRP on the hourly. We can see we're seeing a very, very similar pattern for XRP. We did see some basing in support at the 0.618 over here. XRP still trying to get above that 0.702. I did a video yesterday which talked about that. I'll link that up here in the top right hand corner. But I think you guys pretty much get it, right? That 702 is going to be critical. We really do need to get past that with some conviction in order to continue to see some bullish momentum up for XRP. And I mean, ultimately, everything is connected. And so, going back to Bitcoin, that is the pulse of the market. What I'm getting kind of confused about, and I'm going to bring this up for you guys because I know I don't talk about this a lot on this channel, but I have mentioned that I am invested in Binance Coin, BNB. And, when you look at this chart, this is the daily chart for BNB. I have already taken some profits out of BNB and I have rotated them into XRP. But when you look at this chart, you got to think to yourself, when was there ever a bear market? Now, I know we had seen a bear market for crypto, but you look at this on the long-term scale. This is a bottom, this is a bottom, this is a bottom. And when's the next bottom going to happen? You guys can see here, this chart is making higher lows all the time, even on the daily. So, to me, this looks like we were never, ever even in a bear market. Of course, price does go up and down. And even when I take the last top up here for Binance Coin in mid-2019, and I throw Fibonacci on there, and even when I line up the 0.236, look at where we're at right now, all right? We're almost at the top up here. And so, I've got targets set, but I feel like this is still too premature. Guys, I'm this close to asking the blockchain backer what he thinks. Two heads are always better than one. But anyway, I'm going to keep going, guys. This from Michael at Val5 Links. Trevor Lawrence is taking his entire signing bonus in cryptocurrencies. So this just speaks, and I know this came out a few days ago, but this speaks to cryptocurrency in the mainstream. As you guys know, Trevor Lawrence is a recent, or maybe some of you guys don't know this. I didn't know this until today, to be quite honest. I don't follow the NFL, but he is the latest first overall pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL draft. And he said that his signing bonus, he wants to take it in cryptocurrency, which will be deposited into his Blockfolio account in a variety of crypto coins such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. Yeah, he's taking it in Dogecoin. I don't know how much research he's done on this, but I think the bigger point is that a lot of people watch football. A lot of people. And so, if we are getting signs like this, signals from big names saying that, you know what, I'm going to take part of my income, in this case, the signing bonus, and I want it in cryptocurrency, I think that speaks volumes, and I think that even subconsciously that message will get across to, many people around the world, but especially Americans, sports fans, right, who follow the NFL religiously in some cases. It's funny, this guy kind of looks like Alex Cobb, don't you think? Okay, gotta keep moving along, guys. Matt Hamilton and yet another XRP wallet, also with support from Sologenic's tokenized assets, stocks, etc., issued on the XRP ledger. So he's tweeting out this tweet from Sologenic. The new Solo wallet is available now for both iOS and Android. Safe and secure storage of digital assets, seamless experience. Sologenic DEX integration is coming soon. And so this is built on the XRPL. For those of you guys who do not know, and I believe this is being natively supported by the Coinfield exchange. So for those of you guys interested in this, you can sign up for a Coinfield account, get more information about the Solo wallet. Lots of different projects in the works, of course, being built on the XRPL. This is what's going to give utility to the XRP token. We got another one here from XRP Crypto Wolf, happy to announce that he is a Wanchain and BitTrue ambassador. And I've known this about him. He has been a BitTrue ambassador for years and just became a Wanchain ambassador. This has been a fairly new development. Wanchain, for those of you guys who do not know, enables XRP to be used in DeFi, decentralized finance. So he's working with them to help create more use cases for XRP in the interoperable DeFi world. Just wanted to give him a shout out because he does contribute a lot to the XRP community. Want to keep moving though, guys. Of course, it is that time of the month again, May 1st, and MACKATTACKXRP bringing this to our attention. 1 billion XRP worth $1.6 billion has been released into the crypto market. So XRP, the fourth most valuable crypto asset by market value, recently released about 1 billion XRP. Whale Alert has obviously tweeted out the alert to this regard. It was in 2 chunks of 500 million XRP unlocked from the escrow. I do not know at this point if any was returned to the escrow, as you guys may know or may not know, depending on how much XRP is being utilized in the ecosystem at any given moment. Some XRP can actually be put back, locked back into the escrow for a future release date. But it's that time. Like clockwork, on schedule, another 1 billion XRP into the ecosystem. Want to keep going because there's lots of news today, guys. I saw this from Leonidas' website, XRP Arcade. Newbie, powered by Ripple. They are another company. We heard about their partnership back in January of 2020. But Leonidas goes on to say, a little more than a year later, the partnership is now official. Newbie and RippleNet allow customers to send and receive payments around the world efficiently. Newbie has been added to the Ripple ecosystem. Ripple has been growing rapidly in the LATAM region, with Remitty also becoming a Ripple partner in Argentina recently. So originally announced just over a year ago, now they are finally utilizing RippleNet, and we are seeing more rails being built, more corridors open in that Latin American region. And just to give you guys a little bit more information on Newbie, they are a company that believes in innovation and new technologies to include more people financially, and has partnered with companies in the past like PayPal, Visa, and TransferWise. We know TransferWise also a RippleNet partner. So great news there. Wanted to thank Leonidas Hadjilozu and the XRP Arcade guys. I mean, I've been back and forth to this website over the last few years doing my research. When it comes to Ripple and XRP news, Leonidas is always on it, so wanted to give him a shout out. And if you guys don't have this one bookmarked, it's a great site for all your XRP and Ripple needs. Gonna keep moving along though, guys. Wrath of Kahneman here on Twitter. SBI outlines a strategy to create a digital asset bank. So it's no secret that Japan's SBI group is deeply engaged in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and digital asset space, as you guys know. During its annual results presentation on Wednesday, CEO Yoshitaka Kitao outlined the big picture, which includes establishing a digital asset bank in Japan and overseas. Mr. Kitao stated that for digital assets, we'd like to ensure that we develop this new area and become the dominant number one in creating an ecosystem. Many of its major activities have already been announced, but he added some details. And for those of you guys who may not have been here for yesterday's video, Yoshitaka Kitao also did mention that, Ripple is basically ready for their IPO. It's this lawsuit that's really kind of holding them back at this moment. But he's got a lot of faith in Ripple, in XRP, the cryptocurrency. This is why SBI also is highly invested in, in Ripple and XRP in terms of a business relationship. We know that SBI does give out bonuses in XRP to their shareholders as well. But with regards to this piece of news, creating a global secondary market for security tokens is a large part of the strategy, and 4 pillars that have already been outlined. These include a joint venture with SIX Digital Exchange, which is the SDX in Singapore, which is expected to go into production in 2022. SBI is developing the Osaka Digital Exchange, which is the ODX, with SMBC. And these 2 exchanges will link up to the Bourse Stuttgart Digital Exchange in Germany, where SBI owns 10%, and the SIX Digital Exchange in Switzerland. The key is the links between these entities because security tokens will be globally traded. So these guys, SBI Holdings, looking for that broader strategy, of course, wanting to partner up with these other exchanges around the world for cryptocurrency trading. And, this is a new asset class. There are commodities, precious metals, securities, and now we've got cryptocurrencies, and I feel like, all the big players are looking for ways to try to get into this game. And we're seeing big exchanges going public on the NASDAQ, like, of course, just earlier this month, we did see Coinbase. We've been hearing murmurings of Kraken also going public. So, for an emerging asset class, this is it. A new asset class going to be traded. We're seeing SBI, for example, already laying out their strategy for more cryptocurrency trading. And we also know that they have a vested interest in Ripple and XRP. So I thought this was great news. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. And who was lucky enough to get in on the telephonic conference yesterday, guys? The SEC and Ripple had another heated debate. Well, maybe not so heated. Jesse Hines, a lawyer here on Twitter, put in his 2 cents with regards to this. So he says, today's hearing in the SEC versus Ripple case is another battle in what could be a long war. My understanding is the hearing is concerning what Ripple et al. To be improper foreign discovery. This could go either way. What won't happen, he says, the case will not be decided at hearing. Yes, settlement is still possible, but it definitely won't happen at the hearing. It will be interesting to see if the SEC keeps losing the little battles or if this will be their first win in the case. At the end of the day, this hearing is just a blip on the radar. As an FYI, my hopes for a speedy settlement go down slightly each filing because there appears to be some real animosity. So what he's noticing here is, those little intricacies, those little kind of nitpicky items, I suppose, where, the SEC wants to get their way. Of course, Ripple wants to get their way. And it's the animosity, it's the butting of heads that he seems to think is not going to lead to a speedy resolution. He goes on to say, with that said, if Ripple keeps winning the little battles, you may see the SEC give in at some point. So ultimately, Ripple is winning this. Little battles, little battles, little battles. And, just from what I've heard and the outcomes with regards to some of this discovery, we have seen that the judge is indeed favorable to some of the things that Ripple's lawyers are presenting. And the SEC just kind of keeps shooting themselves in the foot. So with regards to yesterday's case, Chris Larsen and Brad Garlinghouse, they are still under the microscope, and discovery is still occurring. No verdict will be reached for a while, chances are. And in terms of the summary judgment, I don't know if you guys watched Jeremy Hogan's video. He says he's 90% certain that this is where we'll actually hear the outcome of the verdict in summary judgment, and that won't happen for a little while. But in brief, because I don't want to dwell on this too much, so there was also that issue about the foreign companies being asked for documents. The SEC didn't tell Ripple they were doing this, and Ripple wanted to stop them, or Ripple's lawyers wanted to stop them because the discovery was outside of the rules. The big thing about what happened yesterday, so the MOU and the legality of these foreign entities were obliged to speak with the SEC. So to put it simply, if the request for these documents is voluntary, then yes, the SEC can indeed do this. However, if it is a mandatory request, the SEC cannot do this. And so I don't know if you guys know Kevin Kennedy. He's part of this. He said he was going to keep us updated on the progress with regards to the FCA's request for their company to give over some documents. And so here's what he says. It's dreadful. I don't think the FCA can refuse a request by the corrupt SEC. There is UK case law forbidding the FCA questioning any request by the SEC. So this is UK case law that makes the situation even more complicated. The UK courts clearly stated the FCA should not form a judgment as to the necessity or desirability from the point of view of a foreign regulator of its obtaining the information or documents it seeks. This is a quote from Authority versus AMRO from 2010. He goes on to say, basically, the UK courts said the FCA can't question a request under the MOU, so the requests are not voluntary. And so if the request is not voluntary and therefore mandatory, these guys have to talk, unfortunately. I don't know how this is going to turn out, to be honest with you. Of course, we are still waiting to see how this all rolls out. And I'm sure, this wasn't, well, I'm definitely sure this wasn't the only case where the SEC was looking for documents with regards to Ripple and XRP sales, or any kind of communication for that matter. So we will keep you guys posted. Wanted to thank Kevin Kennedy for sharing that, and Jesse Hines for his insights on that as well. Wrath of Conman here, posting another Ripple partnership though. Moneymatch is a known Ripple partner, and here's a recent deck about cross-border digital solutions. He links this PDF down here. This was from a couple years ago now, and Moneymatch, for reference, guys, this from Ripple's own website. Moneymatch and Ripple make it cheaper and faster for Malaysian SMEs to pay global suppliers. So the goal there, to provide SMEs and individuals in Malaysia with an alternative to the high transfer fees and FX rates charged by the country's traditional banks, and the solution being part of RippleNet connects Moneymatch with the financial institutions and payment providers across the world. RippleNet's standardized integration process has helped the company reduce global transfer costs by as much as 40% and provide customers with same-day settlement. So these guys partnered up. I will link this tweet in the description of this video if you guys want to click on this PDF and read further. I also wanted to mention this, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman as well. Codius is still underway, and we haven't heard too much about Codius over the last little while, but he's retweeting out this recent tweet from Stefan Thomas. Yes, I believe that Interledger is prerequisite, but as ILP becomes established, Codius will emerge as a far superior way to implement most smart contracts compared to ledger-locked approaches like ETH and XRPL hooks, so we'll try to be ready. Sounds like more developments going on for Codius. Anderzel also tweeting out another Stefan Thomas tweet from recently. Agnostic is the way, not the maximalist way of trying to force everyone to use the same coin. Stefan Thomas goes on to say XRP Ledger is currency agnostic. Interledger and Codius are both currency and ledger agnostic. Nobody needs any specific token, and this is the whole purpose of this, right? If we want XRP to be valuable, we should, in my opinion, optimize for an interledger Codius type world, which means keeping it simple, efficient, and reliable. And for those of you guys who want to know more about Codius, I've just linked codius.org up here. There's some basic information about what Codius is. It's an open hosting protocol. It makes it very easy to upload a program, whether you want it to run on one host or thousands. It also has built-in billing. That means once a program is uploaded, anyone can pay to keep it running, the author and users, and even the program itself. So you guys can explore around the Codius website if you are not familiar with that. We were talking about this a lot in 2018 and 2019. Haven't heard so much with regards to this, but it is being built on the XRPL, and new updates are coming. Wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman and Stefan Thomas for letting us know about that. And then I saw this coming from Lord Vendetta on Twitter. Swiss National Bank, do they have a trick up their sleeve? So this article is from a couple of days ago. Swiss National Bank to test a transfer of central bank digital currency funds. Now, for those of you guys who do not remember, Lord Vendetta did post this article here, or rather just the headline from May of 2019. Ripple CEO wins the hearts at the Swiss National Bank conference. The Swiss National Bank recently held a conference. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, had the chance to give a few remarks about Ripple, its technology, and products to some of the most influential central and commercial bankers of the world. In this article, we give you the gist of his intervention. Let it also be clear, guys, and I know a lot of you guys have likely seen this photo before. Brad Garlinghouse here sitting with many heavy hitters when it comes to central banking. The chief exec from the Hong Kong Monetary Authority to Brad's right, followed by the chairman of the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority and the director of monetary markets of the IMF. We've got Christine Lagarde up here in the foreground, and it looks like Augustin Carson's over here to the left. You can't see their faces, but I've seen them enough to know that that's who these people are. And Brad Garlinghouse here to the right. This is a screen grab from a video of the conference that took place at that time in 2009, and it is put on by the SNB, the Swiss National Bank. And so at that time in 2019, this was a pivotal moment to see Brad Garlinghouse, the head of Ripple, the only cryptocurrency company that was attending this conference, at least to my knowledge, sitting alongside these heavy hitters. Fast forward to today, and what do we have? So Swiss National Bank to test a transfer of central bank digital currency funds. Let me read you guys what he outlines here. Asian central banks have already trialed such transfers, and now the Swiss National Bank to do so now. He highlights this point here. We will try some cross-border functionality. There will be another central bank and another currency other than the Swiss franc. It will be the real thing. There is no simulation. There will be another central bank with their system, so it is going to be as if we were going live. There will be another central bank and another currency. We know that cross-border transactions, obviously, Ripple's specialty. They are trialing a test of central bank digital currency funds. So could they be using XRP? Of course, guys, I'm not saying they are using XRP, but when you're putting the picture together and seeing where the connections lie, it is quite apparent, at least to me, that they're probably not using XLM. I mean, maybe they're using a CBDC of some sort, but again, it's finding that liquidity, being able to do this at scale, and it's one thing to trial a test. That, of course, can happen, and you can be very successful in trialing something, but when you're doing it at scale, when you're transferring hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in one fell swoop, you need something that's reliable, you need something that's liquid, you need something that is secure, you need something tried, tested, and true. So coming back to this May 2019 conference with Brad Garlinghouse, one of the guests at this Swiss National Bank conference, is it a coincidence that just on Thursday, the Swiss National Bank says that they are trying some cross-border functionality and that they will be using another currency, not naming the currency, to do so? How likely is it that they'll be using XRP? Tell me down in the comments what you guys think. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.